All right, guys, and we're back. So we are doing another video about misprints. Tavis, how's it going?
Pretty good. Great to be here.
All right, so this video is all about signed cards and stamped cards.
Yep.
Is signed cards a misprint?
No, these are not actually misprints, but they are kind of special and a little bit rare. So we're going to touch on them here.
All right, let's begin.
All right, so like we said, these are not misprints. They started life as regular cards, just normal cards. And something happened to them that makes them more special since they left the factory. Now, these top cards here, these are stamped cards. These are Pro Tour stamps. This is to ensure that the players aren't cheating in professional events. Now, it would be ideal if they were maybe signed by the pro player who played them. That would be great. Or if we at least knew which event the stamp was from. But sometimes they use the stamp at multiple events, so it's really difficult to track that. Something like this, Masters League. This is obviously a league card. Again, it's to prevent cheating with the league. It's so that you can't bring cards in from outside into the league. GloryCon 2020. This is an old school event stamp. So again, it's a stamped card. So this card was basically handed out as a participation prize, kind of, for being there at the event. Down here we have some cards with some sort of stickers attached to them. They're not stamped. This is like a self-adhesive thing that's been printed and stuck on there. So this is John Avon's business card, basically. He just stuck this on cards with his art and handed them out. This is a business card for a game store in the Netherlands. Similar story. They just stick that on there. That's their business card for their store. It's a good thing to do with bulk, I guess. And then this is something that Wizards of the Coast did. They had trouble selling some of these World Championship decks here, and so they put these stickers on them to get people to come visit their booth at whatever event this was. So, of them all, this is probably the most valuable one. It's definitely worth something. I'm not sure what. Probably sub $100, but it's noticeably worth something, whereas the rest of them aren't worth much at all. But, you know, they're interesting. You'll find them in collection. Next page here, we have signed cards. Now, these are all basically just signed by the artist. Some nice signatures here, Chris Rush, John Avon, you know, different people. The two that are extra special worth mentioning here are these two at the top. So this is an Amy Weber. It's been altered in addition to being signed. She added this sort of custom time walk art. And then this was also an alter by John Avon. It's a hand-drawn forest. Over here we have a Michael Whalen Laughing Dragon, which is kind of a rare signature.
Oh, yeah. I saw that to you.
Yeah, that came from Daniel.
There you go.
If you ever need anything, contact Daniel.
There we go. Good job, Tavis. Excellent.
So these are also signed cards, but they're not signed by the artist. These are a little bit more unusual. You could say they're more rare. So this is Richard Garfield, of course, which is not an artist, but he's the creator of the game. And he altered this card so that it functions similar to a Maze of Ith. So this is a scolding Banalish hero that can cancel other creatures' attacks. There was a rumor back in the day that if you could get the game creator to alter a card's rules, then you could play it that way.
Correct.
So this is a signed Richard Garfield card, you know, signed by Richard Garfield and the artist, which is pretty cool. This is signed by Scaff Elias, another big game designer.
You know what? That's what that is. I have that signature somewhere.
Really? That's a really rare signature.
And I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just some kind of random dude.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to read, Scaff.
Okay.
But yeah, he was like head of research and development for like the first decade or so. One of the original alpha playtesters. Really important guy. This is Peter Atkinson. This card is, you know, named after his D&D character.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Here's another Peter Atkinson signed card, and also signed by Doug. I have no idea who Liz is, and Peter and Doug don't seem to recall either. So that's an Alpha Banalish hero. Larry Niven. He.
Wow, you have Larry Niven sign this?
Yeah, isn't that great?
Did you meet him or what?
No, I didn't meet him. I just bought the card that way.
Is he a singer? Who is he? Or?
Larry Niven is. This is Nevin Earl's disc. That's Larry Niven spelled backwards.
Well, what was his background?
So he is an author, and he wrote a book called The Magic Goes Away. And in that book, there is a wizard or a sorcerer who draws his power from the land, and he sucks the magical energy from the land to cast his spells, and he has to move on and keep going to new lands. And this is kind of where Richard got the idea for magical power coming from lands, and the game of Magic being involved with wizards. And so, sort of in homage to him, we have this card that makes the magic go away. It destroys things in play. Named after him. Pretty cool. Jalam Tomb. This is Joel Mick's initials.
Oh,
JLM.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So that's his on that.
Because he designed that card.
Yeah, he also designed the card, but it's named after him too. So.
Oh, it is?
JLM is Jalam.
Oh.
Joel, I don't know what his middle name is. Something with an L.
Okay.
Mick. Yeah.
That's a stretch unless you know him.
Yep. So Mons' Goblin, it's been changed to Heroes. This has been altered by Mons Johnson, who Mons' Goblin Raiders is named after, one of Richard's friends.
Mons Johnson.
This is a Marrow card. Unfortunately, you can't read it because it's Japanese, but Marrow is commonly known as Mark Rosewater. So this is signed by Mark Rosewater.
Interesting signature.
And on the back
Brian.
here, yeah, we have Brian. This one is Trade Secrets, which is signed by one of the print facility workers that I know. We have Brian Weissman. You recognize?
Wait, is that me?
I don't know whose signature is that.
Wait a second.
looks like-
Why would I sign that?
Yeah.
Did you collect
Daniel
that?
Chang.
That's not even my. Yeah.
That's totally you. You signed that for me. Yeah.
That's authentic. So this is like random people.
Well, they're important people.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for that one?
Yep, that's it for that one. So, signed cards.
So, anything else you want to... Oh, I want to say something about signed cards.
Sure.
I think signed cards are probably one of the most controversial topics to some people because some people just don't even like signed cards.
Right.
Which is kind of
Way
ridiculous.
back in the day, they would think that any kind of writing on a card was damage.
Right.
And so this is kind of an old rumor. But there are people who collect signed cards. It's common with sports. You sign sports cards.
Right.
So it's just kind of up to their own personal tastes.
So you don't care. You don't care if it's signed or not, right?
I prefer the not the artist ones. That doesn't interest me because it's more common. I like the rare stuff. So I like to go for this weird game designer stuff.
Right.
Got it. Just my own preference.
Okay. Well, Tavis, thank you again, guys. Again, the playlist is below. If you want to get more of these misprint videos, lots of videos, lots of great content. Tavis, thank you as usual. Hey everyone, it's me, Daniel with VintageMagic.com. I want to share with you more about how we handle consignments. So to begin the consignment process, we actually need to start with the consultation service. In this consultation, I will determine what you're looking to do. And generally, consigners usually tell me, hey Dan, I'm looking to sell my items and maximize the value of their collection. After we determine through the consultation, I usually like to do an appraisal process. And an appraisal process in terms of a consignment is more fitted towards authenticity and valuation for current market values. From there, after a contract is crafted and signed, we will then receive the items from you. The reason why our consignment process is very thorough is we also identify cards that could be graded so then they can maximize higher dollar values. So the payment process is very simple. Once we have sold your items, you'll get an updated ledger and we will process payment for whatever form of payment you need. As a consignor, you're gonna experience our white glove service. What that means is I'm gonna personally handle your collectibles from beginning to end. And rest assured, the client that purchases your collectibles will also receive the same white glove service. It's a signature service that I really pride myself on in working closely with my clients.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.